What's up, y'all? I'm back with another show. This is actually my second show, so give your girl a round of applause or something because look, I didn't quit. I came back to do another one for y'all. But first of all, I want to say happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you and yours. Hope you and your family had an amazing holiday weekend because mine was. We had a good time. So now I'm back to work to give y'all these stories about these people because I've been seeing what they've been doing so I can come on here and tell y'all all about it, okay? We have some updates or in our exciting news about some of your favorite people or maybe not so favorite people. People like Nicki Minaj, Coach Prime, Kim Porter, Sean Combs, Casanat, and Snoop Dogg. Y'all know I love Snoop. Or maybe if you don't know, I'm telling you now, I love Snoop. Y'all probably do too because he go back with us. Snoop, he grew up with Snoop, okay? Let's kick things off with my segment called What's Really Going On. Now, what's really going on means that the things that celebrities do and we say like what the heck is wrong with her, like what's up with this dude, why did he say that, oh my god, did he really do that? That's what that means. That's what my segment What's Really Going On means, okay? And guess who topped the list this week? Nicki Minaj. If you hadn't heard, Nicki Minaj made a surprise appearance at Turning Point USA's America's Fest, a conservative political event to speak with Erica Kirk. Erica Kirk is the widow of Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was assassinated a couple of months ago, and it's believed that he was assassinated because of his views on different groups of people. I'll just put it that. Some of his political views as well, people just, it rubbed them the wrong way. So that's what people are saying that is the reason why he was assassinated. But his wife was hosting the event. Nicki was a guest on the event. She sat and did an interview with her like on stage, okay? There, Nicki publicly praised Donald Trump and JD Vance, okay? That's surprising to many because she's historically been seen as more progressive or non-aligned, okay? She called Trump a symbol of hope, and seemed aligned with right-leaning politics. That's odd for Nicki because she hasn't felt that way in the past. Her comments struck a nerve with many fans who expected her to stay out of it or at least be on the opposite side of such politics. Okay? Some of her longtime fans say they feel betrayed by her because in the past she has so very much supported the LGBTQ plus communities, okay, and others who typically disagree with Trump aligned conservatives, okay. Her shift seems sudden to people who followed her earlier activism and stances because she wasn't saying all this. All of a sudden now she's on that team. So we like, what's up, Nicki? Tell us something, baby, because we trying to see what's really going on with you. Are you tripping or what? You entitled to your own political views or who you want to side with as far as politics. But why the sudden shift is what her fans want to know. Okay? She's received criticism from other public figures as well, such as Lizzo, D.L. Hughley, and Dr. Umar. You know D.L. Hughley and Dr. Umar always have an opinion about everything, but listen to this video from Dr. Umar.
That bothered me because she's a black woman, or at least I thought she was. She clearly has black children. So are you saying you don't mind your children growing up in a society where they cannot be taught black history or the true history of America because some people feel it offends the self-esteem of white children?
So I guess the part that disturbed him the most is what she said about involving the children, and she just said a lot of stuff. I don't even want to repeat some of the stuff she said because I don't want y'all getting on me about saying it, thinking that's how I feel. But no, she said some things, so you have to go back and watch the full video. But yeah, that rubbed him the wrong way. So that was his opinion on that. So now, some critics are claiming without verified evidence that she might have even been paid to appear at the event or could be trying to influence politics for personal reasons. After appearing with Erica Kirk, Nicki deactivates her Instagram, according to Billboard.com. Okay, like Nicki, what's really going on? Now that's true because the other day, well, when I first got this story, I went to her Instagram and it was deleted. So I'm gonna go back on there and see is it still deleted, because if so, that means that Nicki must have been getting a lot of criticism. So much that she had to deactivate her page. Like she was probably saying, like, I'm not even with this. I'm not even gonna deal with this. I'm not gonna go to my social media page every day and get all this backlash. So I don't know, but I'm going to check and see if that page is deactivated because I want to know too and see if she posts anything. Okay. If so, I'll let y'all know. All right. Okay. So, on to our next story on what's really going on. It's on y'all's favorite coach. And you know who y'all's favorite coach is, the one and only Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, Prime Time, whatever you want to call him. Well, he was recently spotted with the +1 at his son's Brown game, and they were turning heads, okay? Fans also noted their appearance together on the sidelines cheering on Shedeur Sanders, adding to their view that they're a couple. Are they a couple, or are they just dating? Are they just hanging out? Is she his support system? I mean, is she just being a caring friend? Or are they just getting to know each other? We don't know. But if you remember in the past, she was by his side during his cancer treatment, including his hospital visits, okay? She has at times confirmed that she is dating and happy without naming Deion Sanders, but she does say that she's in a good place in her love life. So, to that, I'll say if that's how she feels, I'm all for it. If you can be involved with someone and feel happy and feel like they trust you or you can trust them, they treat you well, they do nice things for you, you can talk to them, you can have a good time when you're with them. Bravo, bravo. I'm all for that because I don't want to say a lot of people can't find true love, but I haven't heard a lot of great stories lately. So I don't know. Some people talk about their age difference because I think he is in his late 50s and she may be in her 30s. But I'm okay with the age difference because as long as she's an adult, I'm okay. I have a problem when they're too young or anything involving minors. I don't even. And if she was like his son's age or whatever, then I would still say that's kind of cutting it close because they don't want their stepmom to be the same age as them, you know. So, but being that she is of age, she's in her 30s, that's fully grown. So she can decide if she wants to be with an old and younger. I mean, I've always been attracted to older men. So we'll see what happens. Now, in the past, it's been rumored that she dated Chris Brown, Quavo from the Migos, and also Ray J. So I don't know if I really believe that the Chris Brown rumor is true. I think I remember that in the past that she actually did date Chris Brown. And I think there was some drama with her and Quavo, if I remember correctly. So I believe she was involved with him. So I don't know. Neither Deion nor Carucci has issued a formal couple statement with labels on it, but everything publicly suggests that they are more than just friends and possibly very serious. So, Coach Prime, what's really going on? Is that your girl or what? I mean, is she just a support system or are y'all really together? Are y'all in a committed relationship? We want to know. I mean, it looks good and she seems like a really sweet girl. She doesn't seem like she would be hard to get along with. I could be wrong because I don't know the young lady, but I don't know. If they can have a good time with each other, I'm all for it. I mean, hey, finding love these days is hard enough. So if you can find somebody, go for it. Okay. Moving right along, okay, with what's really going on. Okay, now listen to this. The recently released Sean Combs' The Reckoning did not explore Kim Porter's death. Did y'all notice that? They talked about everything but Kim Porter's death. They did mention her when they talked about how abusive he can be towards women. Okay. but they never talked about what happened to her and was he involved in it in any way. I thought that they would save that for part 4. But when I watched the whole part 4 and it still didn't come up, I'm like, I guess they just gonna. Well, really, I thought that they were gonna. I thought that he chose to skip over that part out of respect for the children, because you know the kids are gonna watch. They don't want to watch a documentary that's accusing their father of unaliving their mother. So I thought that's why he left that part out of respect for the children. You know, maybe watching it or whatever. It said the documentary did not explore Kim Porter's death, even though Porter was a major figure in Combs' life and the mother of several of his children. She is. According to producers, the series intentionally omitted details about her passing, including the cause, which was pneumonia, is what they said she died of, and the surrounding conspiracy theories, choosing instead to concentrate on the other parts of Combs' life and controversy. So they talked about everything but that. So as of now, no official announcement has been made by Netflix, Peacock, or any other platform about a follow-up project solely focusing on Kim Porter's death. However, here's why a Kim Porter specific documentary just might happen. Hasn't been confirmed yet, but this is the reason why it just might happen. It's an obvious reason. There is continuing public and fan interest in Kim Porter's life and the lingering questions people have about her sudden death, right? I have questions because it's like all of a sudden they were married, then I saw the twins, then I would see them out at events, then it was quiet for a little while, and in the next story I heard she had passed away with pneumonia. And I'm like, well, man, that's probably why it's been so quiet, because maybe she's been sick a long time. And then the rest of the story just faded away. They just stopped talking about it altogether. Then I saw him do like a tribute to her on the award show, and that was it. That's the whole Kim Porter story just disappeared. Okay. Others close to Kim said she knew too much and she has seen too much over the years. Being his wife and being with him every day, all day, she knew everything about him. They said she had seen too much, she knew too much, and she was ready to expose him, allegedly. I hear that she was also writing a tell-all book. So, and then she mysteriously died after that. So, watch this video.
Others close to Kim whispered that she'd grown fearful in her final years, that she knew too much, or perhaps had seen too much. None of these claims have ever been proven. Yet the speculation has never gone away.
So, the last story is on Sean Diddy Combs himself, okay? This is his update, because he's still in prison, y'all. Diddy's legal team has filed a formal appeal with the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit in Manhattan, asking the court for 3 things, okay? Immediate release from federal prison, vacate his convictions entirely, or remand the case for resentencing under lawful standards, okay? And this is why Combs' defense attorney, his defense team says this. The sentencing judge, his name was Judge Submarinian, in case y'all didn't know, the sentencing judge unlawfully acted like a 13th juror by relying on conduct for which the jury had acquitted Sean Combs of, including accusations of coercion when imposing the sentence. They argue this violated Combs' constitutional rights. Okay? Number 2, the 50th month sentence is dramatically harsher than typical for the conviction he received, with similar cases usually resulting in much shorter terms, under 15 months. Okay? 3, because he was acquitted of more serious charges, the racketeering and sex trafficking charges, which could have given him a life sentence. Okay? The punishment should reflect only the offenses the jury found proven. Okay, what all that says is that They're saying that Judge Submarinian acted like a 13th juror by, if the jury has already acquitted him of coercion, why are you using coercion to sentence him, to give him a longer sentence when they've already acquitted him of that? Okay? The 50-month sentence is harsher, okay? Even if he does sentence him, you know, give him a longer term. Why 50 months when cases very similar to his in the past were only given 15 months or less? So if this judge had given him 15 months, then with the time he's already served, he would probably be on his way home like right now. Or maybe he would have been released the same day because he's already done over a year. Okay? So he was acquitted of those charges. So why are you still talking about coercion when they already, they already acquitted him of all of that. So they feel like it violates his constitutional rights to do that. That's not fair in his attorney's eyes. So if I was a defense attorney, I would fight like this for my client too. No matter how we feel about Sean Combs, if I was his defense attorney, I would fight for him in the same way, because that right there is just, I believe he should have gotten some time. But if we're going to give him some time, we're going to be fair about it too. You're not going to just throw a long sentence on him just because in your mind you feel like he was guilty of those bigger charges when he was acquitted. So they're fighting for him basically, and I'll have to give y'all an update on that too. Okay, now on to Culture Check. Culture Check is my segment all about, we look inside of the culture and see who's doing great things, who's doing not so great things, or who did something big this week that everybody's talking about, just some exciting news, okay, inside of the culture now. Okay, the first person we have on Culture Check is Kai Cenat. If you haven't seen Kai Cenat lately, y'all, he has a new look. He cut his dreads off. Remember, Kai Cenat had the long dreads all the way down to here, right? Well, recently, he cut them off. He's got like a little low haircut now. And to me, he looks so much better. Not like he looked terrible with his dreads, but to me, cutting the hair off means that he's ready to do bigger things. He's ready to get professional now and take on some bigger projects. So yeah, he no longer wants to be at home streaming all week long, 24/7, just a streamer. Which a streamer, that's a big thing nowadays. But I'm just saying, I feel like he's ready to just take on bigger projects. So he also recently celebrated his birthday and felt it was time to let his fans in on what's been going on with him lately. He's been going through something lately, and he opened up to them on social media. He has been openly talking about mental health, including stress, burnout, self-doubt, and anxiety tied to his fame and streaming schedule. Take a listen.
And honestly, for the past few months, I've been struggling with mental health out of self-doubt and fright of pursuing goals that I really want to achieve. And the reason I've really been in my head is because I just wanted to do more. I've gained to realize that I'm a true creator and I'm very passionate about creating. And I have other goals and things that I just want to achieve and do more.
In November, Kai Cenat became the first streamer ever to reach 20 million followers on Twitch, setting a platform record. But lately, he's been crossing over from pure social media content into fashion collaborations. So I'm proud of this young man. He went from streaming to now the possibilities are endless. Now people are collabing with him with fashion. He's gonna do it big. I just hope that he keep his therapist close by, because if he is having some mental health issues, he'll need his therapist. I believe he's close with his mother. I can tell he has a group of friends they seem really close. They spend a lot of time together, and they seem like a good group of kids, So it seems like he has a good circle. His village is strong. So as long as he keep his village around him, and he has a girlfriend now, so he's got some people in his corner that can help him through battling decision making and all of that. So I wish the young man the best. He's done great and he can do even greater things. Okay. Big ups to Kai Sanat because he is doing big things. He's already inspired the younger people with the streaming. So yeah, he's gonna be fine. Now, let's end the show with our guy, everybody's guy. Who doesn't like Snoop Dogg? Okay, I have never heard anybody. I watch a lot of interviews. I've never heard anybody on the interview say bad things about Snoop. I just haven't heard it. Maybe there's some interviews out there, but I personally have not heard a bad interview where people said that he was a snake, he was low down, he treat people like dirt. I just never heard that. But did you hear about the NFL Christmas Day halftime show yesterday? I missed it. I didn't know anything about it until today. So I just had to put it on here. Did y'all see it? I saw just a clip of it, but I didn't even know what was going on. Well, Snoop was the headliner for a 10-minute performance called Snoop's Holiday Halftime Party during the Detroit Lions versus Minnesota Vikings game on yesterday, which was Christmas Day. It was held at the U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Streamed on Netflix. I can't believe that. I could have been watching that yesterday. And to everyone's surprise, he was wearing all red. Check this out. And this is the very first time we've ever seen Snoop in this much red. If you know Snoop, you know blue is his favorite color. Well, not his favorite color, but blue is his color. And I'll just leave it at that. Y'all that know Snoop, like I know Snoop, you know Snoop don't wear no red now. We ain't gonna talk about that, but Snoop don't be having on no red now, y'all. Now the question that everyone's asking is, after watching that performance, was it better than the Super Bowl halftimes? Ratings drop next week and we'll find out. But judging by the reactions, it looks like it drew in a lot of numbers, y'all. Huge numbers. Some fans said he did a better job solo as he did when he performed the Super Bowl with Dr. Dre, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and 50 Cent. So, and it was a nice show. It looked like a huge Super Bowl show. It was very nice, very well put together. It was very nice. So, yeah, big up to Snoop. Snoop is doing it all. I mean, I remember when Snoop first came out, he was this little skinny, shy rapper that if you look back at his old interviews on Yo MTV Raps and The Basement or something, whenever they interviewed him, he would interview with his head down. He wouldn't even look up. He was extremely shy. He was just a little young kid. I think he was a teenager when he came out. And I know Snoop, I gotta be about 51 or 52. Cause I feel like I grew up with Snoop. So he gotta be somewhere close to my age. But yeah, big up to Snoop. He's been in the Olympics. I saw him reading books to children. He got some stuff with Martha White. I think Martha White was part of his performance. I don't know. Snoop is just a man. Like, everybody likes Snoop. Well, y'all, that concludes the show for today. Woo! Remember to hit the subscribe button, the like button. In the comment section, leave your comments. Tell me what you think, what you don't like, what you do like, your viewpoints. I'm open to all comments. Feel free. You don't have to agree ever. You don't ever have to agree with what I say. We can agree to disagree. We can go back and forth and discuss our viewpoints. I'm open. I'm not the type that's going to block you because you don't agree with me. No, I don't do that. But only time I block someone is if they're being extremely rude to myself or others on the page. So, other than that, let's have fun. Let's discuss. I like talking about everything. So, leave whatever you want in the comments. Until next time, let me get out of here, y'all. Until next time, stay encouraged, stay informed, and most of all, stay true to yourself. Until next time, y'all. Bye. Look, I'm gonna be seeing what they doing so I can come back on here and tell y'all. Bye, y'all.